All right, here we are, episode 3, Let There Be Talk. I got my guest today. I'm fired up.
Episode 3, huh?
Episode 3. Hey, man, this show's huge. Well, I did a bunch of shows on another network, dude.
You get me in the early stages.
Oh, get out of here.
And then when it's popular, I don't hear from you again.
No, that's not true, because I want you to come on all the time. You're the ultimate, like, wingman on the show, because you just clown. Oh, wait, before we even keep going, Erik Griffin is my guest
right.
today.
Hi, yay.
Erik Griffin from Workaholics fame, Montez, which I'm fired up. I love you. You're like one of my favorite comedians.
I understand that. Tell me more about me.
And we're friends. Get out of here. We met in a weird way, right?
Did we? How did we meet?
We met at Lancaster.
Oh, yeah. One of Jay Davis's weird rooms.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was the first time. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, and that reminds me of when our mutual friend, Chris D'Elia.
That's right.
He's on Whitney. Somebody was accusing him of stealing, and then your name got involved.
Yeah.
And then I approached you about it, like, because he's my friend. And then
someone
got worked out.
Yeah, someone said that I said he stole some jokes from me and then went to the Laugh Factory and did them.
Can you even imagine Chris doing any of your jokes?
Yeah, like nuts to butts.
It's just knowing him, this is not even possible.
It's so dumb. But actually, the great thing about it is that I met you and then him, and now, like, I hang with you guys every day.
That's so true. Yeah, you guys didn't even know each other at the time.
Not at all.
And then became friends after that. Yeah, see? That was all me.
Yeah,
Delray.
It was you.
Yeah.
It was. And the funniest thing, too, was, like, you come, like, if people don't know you, you come off mean. Unapproachable.
Yeah, we have to do that, because everybody will be all on you all the time. They think that you're...
So you came up to me and you went, you Dean Delray? And I said, yeah. And you go, I need to talk to you outside for a minute.
Well, you needed to be...
Yeah.
I just need to make sure... anyway.
I'm so glad it happened, though, because how weird is that?
Yeah, that was just so stupid.
It was like 2 years ago, and now we hang out every day.
Yeah, comedians, and they're like... I think stealing... I think accusing people of stealing is just as bad as stealing.
Yeah, I mean, do you think it's anybody's who says that you're the joke police? You know what I mean?
you'd like to be like, you look out for your friends. If you hear somebody doing but here's the thing: if you see somebody doing a joke that is similar to your friend's joke, I say the first thing you should do is not assume they stole it.
That's right.
That's the wrong, because a lot of comics are like, oh, he stole that, or they're like, he's doing my joke verbatim. I don't think comics even know what the word verbatim means. They always say that. That's my joke verbatim. And then you look at it and you go, it's not even, he said one word, or it's the same subject, but it's not the same joke. But anyway.
Oh, it's a Facebook joke.
Yeah. They're like, hey, it's my joke. Like, yeah, go kill yourself. Yeah. So I think that, what you should do is, you're not being a joke police, but you're going to go up to somebody and be like, hey, just so you know, how a buddy of mine does a joke that's similar. Maybe you guys should talk, or whatever, something like that. Or if it's your joke, or you go walk to them and say, hey, I have something similar, because you want them to, know, especially because if they see you in this venue, they're doing their joke, and maybe you're not going up, or you're going up later, or you're not. You have to let them know, because they might be like, well, I saw you looking at me. You stole my joke when you were watching me. So you got to tell them, like, no, I'm not. I have something similar. It's just a weird. That's why I don't fall in love with your material. Just
you got to keep just digging. You know what I mean? When I started out, I had a skinny jeans joke. Of course, it's pretty standard. People are telling.
Is it standard skinny jeans jokes?
Well, I'm saying 9 people had one, and I was like, this is out of here. You got
rid of that one.
Yeah, and it was killing. That's what sucked. It killed, and I had to get rid of it.
Well, most hacky jokes kill.
They do. Isn't that weird?
That's the thing. Most jokes about generic topics are the ones that do the best.
It's weird, because I saw a guy last night killing with some hacky stuff, and people were loving it. I was like, God damn it. Because you strive to be like original and good, like
you strive to be, but it's hard to be original in a business where there's 500,000 people. How original can you be when
when
it's like topical? a business where we talk about topical things. How many people are talking about topical things? I remember when I first started, like a long time ago, before I like stopped for a long time, but it was like around like I had a joke about Jurassic Park, you know? And I remember this comic come up to me and he was like, "Hey man, you know, I talk about like Jurassic Park." He was basically, I'm like, dude, it made $300 million.
Yeah.
We all can talk about Jurassic Park.
Yeah, okay? That's like saying you couldn't do a Batman joke right now. You know?
Oh, God.
Yeah, insane. Now here's the thing I noticed about you. I've been doing comedy about 2.5 years. I saw you, I was watching you quite a bit about a year ago, and then all of a sudden, to me, it seemed like you just became this killer. Like in the last 8 months or so, I was like, "What the hell?" Like you're just smoking now.
I don't know. Well, thank you first. I'll say thank you to that, and I think it just really, doing comedy a lot every single night and at the certain places. And I'll say one great place for that is the Comedy Store. Right. Doing the Comedy Store on Sunset, because it's such a real dark room. There's just this one light on you, so that everybody has to focus on you. Right. In the OR, in the original room, and then there's no MC, so whatever energy was on before you, you have to pick it up right then and there. So the focus is on you, and it really makes you raise your game. So I think I thought I was pretty funny when I started going to the Comedy Store, but I think that from being at the Comedy Store, it's really helped me, have a more fearless, more comfortable on stage, being able to deal with any environment. And, I'm all about improving all the time. I always feel like I should improve.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're always writing, because I hear all kinds of new stuff.
Yeah.
We just did Ontario Improv for a week. You did 3 different hour sets, and then the 4th one was like a greatest hits. It was incredible.
Well, I try to write a lot, but see, I just expand on the stuff that I just talk about anyway. I'm not like a joke writer where I have one joke, and because God, that would be how would you? Those people are incredible.
Like Stephen Wright,
yeah, man,
he does an
45 minutes or an hour of jokes. That's gee whiz, it's 4 jokes a minute or something like that.
That's crazy hard,
unbelievable. Yeah,
I mean, the amount of writing you would have to do is just too much work.
That's too much. Yeah. I'd rather just tell a story.
Yep. Yeah.
Embellish a little.
Yeah. Move a face.
Yeah. Give a little facial expression with an act out, maybe a sound effect here and there. Something like that. And then, that's how I do it.
My first favorite joke that you did when I saw you was and I laugh every time hard on this, is the cell phone ring, vibrates a cell phone ring.
Oh, you mean in the movie theater?
Yeah, that shit is so fucking funny.
Ontario was fun.
The great thing about those shows is it was the first time that I got to see the power of Workaholics fans, man. I mean,
oh yeah, right?
These guys are crazy, man.
20 minutes, it was at least 20, 25 minutes after every show. I had to stand there and take pictures.
Now back it up here real quick. You're on a show, Workaholics. What network's it on?
It's on Comedy Central. We are now in the 3rd. They aired the first 10 of the 3rd season. We're going to start filming the next 10 of the 3rd season, and the show should be back in January.
And you play the character of Montez. Tell people if they haven't seen the show. What's the show about? It's about 3 stoner guys, right?
Yeah, it's about 3, let's say 3 or 4 years out of college, stoner kids working at a telemarketing company. And my character, Montez Walker, I work at this. I'm like their antagonist all the time, Right. I'm always trying to outsell them and get them in trouble. We had an episode where I sold them a defective hovercraft, and they took me to small claims court. So things like that.
Yeah.
So just very outrageous character, and I think I'm so decidedly different from everybody on the show that I stand out. That's why people recognize me.
Yeah, and they did do this one thing that I loved, was the other cubicle. Is that on
that's
YouTube
right.
now?
Thanks for bringing that up. Yes, the other cubicle is
awesome.
You know what? Viacom and YouTube are still having some fight. So if you see it on YouTube, it's going to be because some kid put it on there, and it might get taken down. But you can see it on Comedy Central, or you can just Google The Other Cubicle, Comedy Central, or go to Comedy Central's website. And they did this. It's a little like web series that's like me and the other two strange guys on the show.
It's great.
Raymond and Jet Set. And also, you should go to comedycentral.com/Montez, where you can see my music video, because I made a R&B song as my character.
Yeah.
And we made a video for it, and it's really outrageous. Baby oil. I think I got baby oil in my eye doing that video shoot. Yeah. So, it's fun.
Now, how did you get that? Now, you work a lot. How many commercials you've done a ton of commercials.
Yeah, I did a lot. Last year was a good commercial year. I did like a Chevy, a McDonald's, Sonic Burger. I did a lot of commercials last year, but the Workaholics, was the best thing. And a lot of those commercials I got because of Workaholics.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it's because people in the industry are big on Workaholics. So it's like, I remember on this one commercial shoot, a guy from the ad agency walks up to me and he's like, "Hey, man, we're big fans of the show," and like the director told me basically that when they saw my picture, they put me aside, like, "Well, he booked it, put him over here."
Yeah. Oh man, that's awesome,
right? So, but and then I got Workaholics just by going to an audition. I auditioned for the part, and I was really. When I went to the audition, I didn't think I was going to get it, because some of the people that went out for this, like my buddy Johnny Sanchez from
I know him.
Mad TV, Jay Phillips, he was in that Will Ferrell movie.
Right.
The guy from the George Lopez show who played his sidekick for a little while, he was there. My other buddy that was on Boston League. There was just a lot of dudes.
A lot of competition.
A lot of dudes that had like a lot of credits, and and I end up getting it, and that was like my first big break.
That's awesome. When you read it, did you think it was going to be as big as it is?
No, I did not.
Yeah.
I did not think it was going to. I read it and I was like, what the hell is this shit about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I couldn't believe it, because the main thing that I noticed about the power of this show is Crystalia is on a humongous show, Whitney. It was plastered everywhere, all over America. It was on every week,
and he's recognized more for that one episode.
Absolutely,
and it's
Topher,
being Topher. I know, and he hates that.
Yeah,
being a pedophile.
Yeah. Hey, Topher, what's up?
I know, isn't that something else?
Oh yeah, and it's out of control actually.
Yeah,
like we'll just be anywhere, and they'll go, "Are you Topher?" And same with your guys. They line up Montez. They're lining up to take picture for an hour.
Yeah, it's crazy. And, I love it. It's like, you dream for things, and then when those dreams manifest themselves, they may not manifest themselves in a way that you thought, So say I envisioned being on a show and making lots of money and whatever, and here it's different because it's basic cable, I'm basically recurring, even though I'm a seasoned regular, but still, I'm not on the show a lot.
Yeah, right.
So, and then here I'm on this hit show, and it's like, like I say, basic cable, so the money's not great, but, that's still the dream is being, fulfilled.
And also it's helping your comedy draw where you're making money somewhere else.
Yeah, so it's like it's real funny. So I just try to appreciate when things are happening.
That's awesome.
I'm perpetually negative. I like to be negative. I like to cause problems for myself so I can strive for more. But I still take time to enjoy. I think your comedy career is like an NFL season.
Yeah.
So you play the game on Sunday, you win or lose. If you win, you only celebrate for a day, and then you move on to the next game.
That's right.
So I feel like
the next game could be a bad loss.
Yeah, if it's a bad loss, Monday you deal with it, and you get over it, and then you move on to the next game. So either way, I just feel like,
When you started out, where did you start?
I'm from LA, so I started in LA. I'm originally from LA, which is unusual for
yeah, absolutely.
But I'm originally from LA, and then I just started. I started when I was young, like in my early 20s, because I told my mom, I was like, yeah, I want to be a comic, I think. And then she found a comedy class at the UCLA Extension. And I went to that,
Who taught that, Sandy Shore?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brody Stevens. I had him last week. He said he went to that too.
Oh, that's so funny. I got to talk to Brody about that.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about that. I remember that. I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
So, her mom owns the Comedy Store. So you're in this class and you're thinking, oh, yeah, this is my in.
Yeah, totally.
You know, this is my
You're going to take the class and then start working.
Yeah, I'm going to start working, and I'm going to be a star at the Comedy Store,
Yeah.
right? And I remember, I'll never forget, it was the last class, and we're outside just chatting, and it's her, me, and 3 other students.
Right.
And she's like, you know, being kind of personal, and she says to us, guys, I just want to tell you guys this, what did she say? She goes, I don't care what you guys think about me right now, but I just want you to know, at night, I sleep in a spaceship.
Get out of here.
Not kidding you.
What are you talking about?
And she was serious about it. And went on and on about it, like how she sleeps in a spaceship and like she's, friends with aliens, whatever. And I just, in my mind, I just thought, oh.
Well, you just went, oh.
Like the reality of taking a comedy class.
For someone that thinks they sleep in a spaceship.
Hit me. And it's not even just that. It's just like the craziness of all of it just hit me. Because let me tell you, when you're taking a comedy class and you're going around the Comedy Store, you have no respect.
None
at all. So it had the absolute opposite effect. It then took, I quit for like 8 years. So basically it took me 15 years.
What were you doing after you quit?
From that class to get into the Comedy Store.
Wow.
That's so funny.
What were you doing?
I had a different life plan, man. I was working at a school.
Oh, yeah, you were a teacher.
Yeah, I thought I was going to, I remember I was even, anyway, I just had a whole different life plan. But I just feel like you have to follow your dreams,
No, I love it.
Like I didn't want to wake up 50 and be like, I didn't follow my dreams, And
I woke up 50 and started following my dreams.
I know you woke up 50 and then 10 years later,
bitch.
Dean's old. No, but you're doing good, man. You're a good example of what I'm saying. It's like, it doesn't matter when you start. It doesn't matter when you start your dream. Yeah. You have to start your dream. I mean, and then unless your dream is like to be in the NBA, and you're like, then it's like, okay, I'm 47, I can't play anymore. That's why I say, like, but whatever it is, you never know what it could be. I think people are failures. Most people are failures because they never really went after anything.
Yeah,
and and their fear stops them from like really trying to accomplish their goals. And so I always encourage people, especially young people, follow your dreams.
Oh, you've been nothing but help for me, man. I mean, like
you,
Ian, and Dalia, and a couple other guys. I mean, the shit I learned from you guys just at like the one-on-one cafe is way more than you're gonna learn on stage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, that's why you have to have a good peer group.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember when I was hanging with you guys at the beginning, and you start hearing stuff, and you're going, wait, you only get $15 when you perform at the store?
You know what? I remember that even back in the day, thinking like, Sandy Shore herself said to me, I said, I want to be a comic. And she said to me, well, how are you going to make money?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I want to, be performing at the Comedy Store and performing. And she was like, and it didn't even dawn on me at the time. Like, people, it's such I would never encourage anyone to become a stand-up comic.
No.
Like when somebody tells me they want to be a comic, I don't even want to talk to them. Seriously.
Yeah.
Because my whole thing is like, come back to me in 5 years when you've like really tried to do this.
Yeah.
Because what do I have to say to you now? Because, God, I can't. I have to like I don't talk to a lot of comics. Like,
yeah, I mean that's why I was. Because
they want to like.
I felt lucky. You know what I mean?
Because they want to skip steps.
Yeah, they do. See, this reason I love you the most is because out of all the guys, you'll just point out bullshit people are doing. And I love that because you speak the truth. You're like, this fucking guy is looking for a secret back door.
This dude, I'm not even gonna say one dude's name, but he's at the Comedy Store all the time. Kind of guy that like you're on your Facebook, right? And you put up like, I'm gonna be at such and such club. Then he wants to hit me up right away. Hey, who books that? Hey, you know what? Why don't you do some work, man?
Yeah.
Do some leg work, bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So frustrating. So this is why, you know what? I tell you this. Every day on Facebook, I remove a comic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I have my Facebook's very organized. I have a list, 3 lists. I have a list called comedians.
Yep.
And I have a list called real comedians.
So glad I don't have a Facebook.
I made one for you just so I could put you in a list.
Oh man, yeah, you got me over in the beginners.
Yeah, there's like you would be in like the intermediate section.
Hey, here's the deal. At no time do I think I'm good at all.
Well, I think that's the first step to getting good.
Yeah.
That's what's wrong with a lot of my friends. I have a lot of friends, so I think a big problem with a lot of comics is them thinking that the world owes them something because they think they're funny enough already.
Yeah.
And I just always feel like, it's always a challenge. This is the only business where you have to prove yourself every time you step on stage.
I said this yesterday.
Sucks.
I played music all my life. This is what's different about comedy and music. With music, your beginning band isn't playing with AC/DC.
Exactly.
Or fucking, or Kanye West or whatever's big every night. But medium comics are going on with like you.
Well, especially
Bill
in LA.
Burr. That's what I'm saying.
LA.
Right.
So that's the thing that's what was hard for me when I first started.
Yeah.
It was like it was like really like intimidating, I should have kept going. That's what I regret. I really regret that. But it's like that's the thing though, and that's what you have to know who you're really competing with. Like when people want to come to LA, I don't know why people come to LA to do comedy. I really don't know why.
Right.
Go get good someplace. Because when you come to LA, you're going to go to the Laugh Factory on a Friday night. First of all, it's going to be impossible for you to get on a Friday night show at
Impossible.
the Laugh Factory. You know what I mean? So that's like, so forget that. So for some reason, you like finagled a way to get on the show.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Dane Cook's popping in.
Yep.
And he's going to bump you.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to go up after him.
Yeah.
And if you're not ready for that, then what the hell are you doing here?
Yeah. And not only that, but before Dane Cook went on, it's like you, Ian Edwards, Chris D'Elia.
Dude, one night I was there. One night I was there, and the lineup was Daniel Tosh was on stage when I got there. So Daniel Tosh was on stage, and then it was Chris.
Yeah.
Went up. I had to go up after Chris, and he had like some agents there looking at him that day. So he was like especially on fire that day. I was like, what are you doing? He was pulling out all the stops.
He started with the German bit.
You know what I mean? And he did it upside down.
Yeah.
So it's like that, and then like Dane Cook went up, and then Dane Cook went up after me. Yeah. And I was telling him, like I said to Dane, I was like, hey, if you want to go up before me, but he was like, that TJ Miller thing had happened. At the time.
Yeah.
So he was like, well, I don't want to end up on Twitter.
Yeah.
It was funny. I said, well, I'm still going to tweet about it. Can you believe Dane Cook didn't bump me? So anyway, my point is, it's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
There's such a difference. There's such a hierarchy.
I remember one time I was at the factory. It was a Friday night. Tosh shows up. Dane shows up. They got something. I don't know what it is. Whatever. Jamie says...
It's called the ego.
Yeah. Jamie says, you go on because they don't want to be after each other. So I go on in between those guys on a Friday night.
Yeah.
And I did okay because I had nothing to lose. I knew if I bombed, it's like whatever. But man, that's the kind of fucking shit.
You never know.
You gotta be ready.
Chappelle pops in sometimes.
Yep.
I was at the Laugh Factory. I was on the Chocolate Sundays, the Urban Show one night.
Yeah.
And I'm about to go up, and in walks Kevin Hart.
That's right.
So Kevin Hart of course he's going up.
Yeah.
He walks in the building, and I got to go up after Kevin Hart in a black room where they just love this guy. So it's like
he's the president.
Yeah.
I was there, and you killed.
I know, but what I'm saying is like you have to be ready for that thing. So these like so many comics here in LA, they just think they're just so ready.
I think another weird thing about some of the comics, the intermediate comics, is they do okay and they tell each other they killed. Like all the time.
Get me started on that one.
I just did.
Yeah, I think that if anybody's listening to this that wants to be a comic, I'll give you some advice. One, never ask people if you're funny.
Yeah.
That's the first thing.
Worst.
You never have, because you won't have to ask.
Yeah.
They'll come up to you and tell you you're funny. And the second one is don't say you're funny.
Oh yeah. Hey man, you should put me on the road with you. I'm funny.
Yeah. Don't say you're funny. Don't it'll just happen. It's the kind of thing where you have to be out there. You have to prove yourself. You have to gain respect. When I got back into the game, I knew I was older. I was 30 years old.
Right.
So I was 30 and I'm like going to open mics, but I knew what I needed to do. I finally figured it out. I was like, okay, first you make the comics laugh. You get their respect first. You get your peers' respect. That's important. It's like the most important thing when you're starting, I feel, because those are the people that get you work.
That's right. You know what? You're right.
Those are the people that get you work. You know, they're the ones that, hey, I got a room. Or
At
hey,
the beginning.
Yeah, at the beginning. That's how you get work. And that's how you get your friends, your peer group, you know, because like I don't like talking to people I don't think are funny.
That's right.
That's
It's brutal, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't do it. Like, that's why I don't like, you know, I didn't watch you for a long time. Because I didn't want you.
Afraid I wasn't funny?
Yeah, I didn't want you ruining it.
You didn't want to kick me out of the table at the
Yeah, I was
like,
like,
oh, this motherfucker.
He can't see here.
God damn, I'm glad you didn't then.
You know, so I waited. I gave you your due. I gave you a grace period.
Oh man.
You know, but you did all right. You know,
Yeah.
you did all right. It was you. You know, hey, you at the Ontario Improv. I told you, you did good. You're funny. So it's like, and that's important. You know, like you can't hang out with open micers. You can't.
No.
And they shouldn't hang out with you either. If you're like an established or you've been doing it. No. They should be hanging out with their group. Get good. You know.
Yeah, people
Work
try
on
to
it together.
try to skip phases. And I couldn't imagine doing that because I do some shows that are huge, like with you at Ontario Improv. It's fine. If you skip phases in your career, you're not going to be ready for that. Those are 300 people twice a night, and they're there to see you. So I got to kind of get them going. They don't know who the hell I am for 20 minutes. And if you skip anything, you're just going to eat it. You might have a couple laughs at the beginning with your best joke, and then you've got 18 more minutes to do. What are you going to do? Switch into crowd work before the headliner?
Ugh.
Oh, God.
I don't know. It's a weird business. It's the only business where, you know, people the next place doesn't trust the last place.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like so weird. It's like if I was a neurosurgeon and I want to go to a new hospital, they're not going to be like, well, we need to put you, we need to put you back in general surgery so we could test you out. No. There's a certain respect level they should have for the last place, you know?
Yeah, that's right.
This one stupid club, I'm going to even say the club too, Laughs.
Oh, where at?
In Tucson, whatever. I think it's Tucson. I'm talking to this guy emailing this guy, and I'm like, yeah, I'd like to come to your club, check it out. He's like, well, I need to see a tape. I'm like, I'm not going to send you a tape. Like, you know, what a tape.
A tape. What is a tape?
Here's a list of clubs
that
headline me already.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, you think that these clubs are wrong?
Yeah, right.
That, you know, somehow you like what's wrong with comedy clubs and
they think they're the best club,
right? They think comedy started at their club.
Yeah, ego
it's the
clubs,
mecca of comedy.
They're out in the desert with like scorpions.
You come to your shitty ass, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do the comedy
the Red Roof
store.
Inn, you know what I mean? So, that's how this business
Red
is.
Roof Inn.
Let me get me started about the Red Roof Inn, boy.
You see a lot of movies when you're on the road, right? Yeah, like you like scary movies. Did you see what is it, Possession out this weekend?
No, I saw Apparition this weekend.
What's that?
The worst movie ever. It was so bad. This one kid from Harry Potter was in it.
Oh,
and like it was. Don't go see Apparition.
Yeah,
it was just. I want to see Possession.
Yeah, right. Now is Possession in the Exorcist?
I have no idea. Sounds like it.
Yeah,
I think a little girl is possessed.
Right. Because to me, The Exorcist is the all-time best.
Well, for like what? For like possession?
Well, yeah, because it was just like
that was just freaky. It wasn't.
But it just
scary.
seemed real, though. You know,
I guess at the time, I think we're spoiled now.
Yeah.
I think back then, when you saw a movie like that, you know, you tend to believe it only because you don't know how special effects work back then.
That's right.
They're doing these things, but now we're so spoiled by CGI and believing that anything can be on screen now that like we're not even wowed anymore.
That's right.
Like, do you remember the first time you saw Jurassic Park?
Oh, it was so badass.
Because that was the first time they ever had anything like that on screen.
Yeah,
I'll never
next
forget
to the
that.
Jeep when they're chasing the Jeep and they're going.
No. The first time you saw the dinosaur is when they were like they.
Oh, that's right.
They pull up on the hill and then she's looking at the prehistoric leaf and he's like got that wild look on his face. Then the dinosaur walks by and it was like the most amazing on-screen moment.
Oh yeah,
because it was like you'd never seen a dinosaur or an animal like that because it wasn't possible.
Yeah, before that it was just kind of like E.T. looking all rinky-dink.
It was like realistic. But now when you look back on Jurassic Park and you look at it, you go, ugh, that wasn't that good, you know. But it was just like, because we're so spoiled. God, CGI has spoiled us.
It's true. But I do like the model stuff better, like the Star Wars models and stuff, compared to the new Star Wars stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I like a little bit of the hokey.
At the time, like, you know, I think at the time, here's what's wrong with movies now.
Yeah.
When you went to the movies, like, you know, let's say pre-90s, you know, you had to suspend your disbelief.
Right.
So when you saw the little shitty, you know, ship in Star Wars, you knew it was a model, but you didn't care because you were like, well, let me suspend my disbelief. You're in a like the movies like helped you with make believe.
Yeah, it's make believe. You're in there
and
2 hours,
it's forcing you to do it, and you kind of go along with it.
Right
now, we expect things to look realistic. And if it doesn't look realistic, we're just like, this is fake.
Yeah, you clowning it.
Yeah, you're like,
what is that?
It's like ruining our imagination. Like we don't even have imagination anymore.
Yeah. So what's your favorite scary movie?
Insidious is really scary. Exorcist 3 was really scary. I don't know. I saw The Devil Inside with with Bobby Lee.
Oh yeah.
You'll see that with him. And there was a 30-minute section in Devil Inside that was some of the scariest. Like, I remember Bobby had his shoes off. There was a moment where he was like, "We got to get out of here," and he like got.
Bobby had his shoes off.
Yeah, he was gonna put his shoes back on. Let's get out of here because it was just like, that movie was so.
I got a question for you here on Twitter.
Oh, we got some tweets. People are asking.
Yeah, let's see. This is Cody.
Is this going out live?
No, but it will. It'll be on this week, and then I tweet the question. I let him tweet questions.
Okay.
This is Cody Canfield. She says, "How's it working with a bunch of honkies? And how old were you when you got into stand-up?"
Well, if she's listening to the show, she would have heard me say.
That's right.
I got into stand-up. Well,
yeah. How old were you though?
Twofold question, because when I started, when I was like 21, I wanted to do it, but I didn't. I stopped.
Right.
I didn't even. I don't even consider it that I was even doing it because I wasn't going to open mics a lot. I just was like, I didn't know what to do. You know, I thought I was funnier than I really was.
Right.
You know, you go to an open mic and it'll be like, who are these people? Doing the same jokes I just saw him do like 4 weeks ago when I was here last time.
Isn't that weird?
You know, and I was
when
like,
you start, you think you're gonna have new shit every day.
Yeah.
I remember that, man. I'd go to Jay Davis Live for the party at the Laugh Factory, and I see these guys, and I was be like, these guys are lame. They do the same stuff all the time. When I get into this, I'm gonna become a new stuff every time. Not even close.
So then like I said, at 30 years old, I really delved into it. You know
right.
I knew what I was doing at that point. So yeah, and it's like I don't really care about like that the guys are, you know, whatever race and all that. It doesn't matter. I'm so racially ambiguous anyway that people don't even know what I am. So it's like it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, what are you?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, shaved your mustache off.
No, well, it's still there.
Yeah, but it's not like the furry caterpillar.
It's gonna, but in 2 days
it will be.
You know what I mean? It'll be a poodle.
It'll be a poodle. Okay, I got another question here.
Oh, wow.
Ben Seaward asks.
Oh, God. I know.
I'd like to know when the next Montez track is coming out.
Okay, the reason why Ben Seaward, little homo, is saying that is because he's the music producer. He made the song for me.
That's right.
He's actually a phenomenal musician.
He is. I just hooked him up with Ian.
Yeah. I gave him you can give him a reference track. Like, this is the kind of song I'd like, and he'll go to his little computer and come back with a track, and he's really great, you know.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He wants to be an actor, but I keep telling him he's a musician.
Yeah, exactly.
He hates that,
like Ian said, he needed a theme song for his new podcast. He wanted it to be kind of Skrillex flavor, and I guess he nailed it out of the park. So
I know. And the guy's great. So if you want to just look up at Ben Seaward, you could tweet at him at Ben Seaward and check out. He's got a demo out. He's got some great music, so you should look him up.
Sometimes he plays at the Comedy Store when I host.
Oh yeah, when he plays the guitar.
He plays guitar and
He wanted to be when I first met him, he wanted to be a comic, but he just doesn't have the constitution for it. He's just so. You know, he's a just Jewish kid. He complains, and he's just like, I don't want to, you know. But Yeah, but he's a good dude. He's a good actor too. I shouldn't discount his acting talents.
Now you just did you directed a sketch, right? It's on YouTube right now?
Yeah, I got my sketch on YouTube called "Be in a Jar" with like a bunch of my funny friends. Justin Martindale.
I was on that, right? Oh, that's right. I wasn't.
Shut up. You can see what I'm saying?
I'll get out of here.
Trying to skip steps. So you just want to be casted in the...
I'm fine, man. I'll take the shows, dude. Anytime.
So it had like Justin Martindale, Melissa Villasenor. Who else was in it? What's her name? Stephanie Simbari. They're all like working people. They're funny. My buddy Cody. Cody's like he was a former gay porn star.
Oh yeah, he's funny on it.
But I wanted him to be in because of that, because I thought that people would recognize him. They'd be like, "Oh, that's that gay porn star," you know.
Yeah.
So Cody was in it, and then it was funny, just a funny. And Ben Seward was in it. Yeah,
Ben
see, that's
Seward.
what I'm saying. That's why, yes, he is a excellent actor too, because Ben was in my sketch. So check that out. Look at it on Funny or Die, because I have it on YouTube, but we didn't get a lot of YouTube hits. But Funny or Die put it on their front page and we got like 10,000 hits.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's called Be in a Jar. Be in a Jar. So check that out. I did that. Then we got, Workaholics is going on. I did an episode I actually did an episode of Arrested Development. For the
that's
new season.
right.
Yeah, because the guy's a fan of the show. Actually, the creator of Arrested Development was actually on Workaholics.
Wow.
I didn't realize that.
Wow.
He's a fan of the show, so he wrote the guys in.
Yeah.
Like,
when's that on?
I don't know, but it's going to be on Netflix.
Oh, Netflix.
Yeah, it's an original programming Netflix is doing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is smart as hell, because I think more people watch Netflix than they watch
Bill Burr.
network.
Bill Burr just did a special and released it only on Netflix.
Yeah, that's the new way, man.
It is, man. What kind of TV you watch? You watch Breaking Bad?
I love Breaking Bad.
Do you like the new season?
I'm loving the new season.
Really?
I just read an article about this article said that can Walt have a happy ending?
I read that too.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
And it's like, no, not at all.
No way.
This guy reminds me of it reminds me of The Godfather when Pacino It was
you already know he kills
his
his brother.
He kills his brother.
Now you're in hell.
You're going to hell.
Yeah.
And Walt is definitely going to hell.
Yeah, Vince, the creator, just said hey, make no mistake, this guy needs to live in hell.
Yeah, he's the worst.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, he poisoned that kid.
Oh, yeah.
He let the girl die.
Yeah.
He had Jesse, and poor Jesse.
Yeah.
He really has ruined Jesse's life. You know?
Yeah.
He made Jesse kill that guy.
Yeah.
He killed those drug dealers. He killed the main drug dealer.
He's got no problem killing.
He got no problem killing anybody. He just did a mass Godfather type hit in this spoiler alert on last episode.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, the guy's just and then when he went to Jesse, did you see? If you saw the last episode, the season finale of this?
Yeah, because this show will be on Friday. If you didn't see it, you're just being lazy.
Yeah. Fuck you if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, you dicks.
Yeah, you dicks.
But you know what I loved about this was the amount of violence they were showing in the prison.
Oh yeah,
each one they were showing the style
brutal.
of killings, like with the toothbrush that was carved into a knife.
You know why I like that show? A lot of comics on that show.
Yeah, it's great. Bill Burr, the lawyer's a comic.
The lawyer's a comic. Bruce.
Yep,
is a comic. And you know who else is a comic? The guy that played. He got set on fire. That guy's a comic.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. He is a comic. Yeah, the guy who got set on fire in the cell.
And in his last season, he's the manager of the car, not the car wash, but the cleaners.
That's
that
right.
They had the meth lab in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that shows. I love Breaking Bad,
What
but I
else
like
do you
a
watch?
lot of weird shows. I like Breaking Bad. I like Weeds. I like True Blood.
Right.
And then the comedies. I like Modern Family. I like Parks and Rec. I like I just like a lot of shows.
Do you watch Homeland?
No. Here's the thing, though. I can't get in another relationship.
Yeah, I know.
Watching a show is like having a relationship. You record it and you have to watch it. You have to give it its time. So I have this rule that if I'm recording a show and 4 of them are in the queue and I haven't watched them, I just delete them all and never watch the show.
Oh, what I do is after a season ends, like right now, Breaking Bad's over. Homeland will be my show.
Oh.
And so you're on the road a lot. I watch them on pirate TV on the computer.
Yeah, but see, I watch enough shows already.
Right.
That's
So
what I'm saying. I don't want to start.
I only watch like 4.
Everybody tells you like, oh, you have to watch this, and you go, all right, come on.
Yeah.
You know, I can't get.
I wait till someone. I wait till like the 3rd season, and they go, "No, you gotta."
Dude, that's what happened with Breaking Bad.
That's
for
me too. And
I
got
just
the
started
flu.
watching Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
I watched it all. Like literally, I thought I watched it in one night.
Yeah.
It was so good.
You know what happened to me? Bill Burr got on the show.
Oh.
We were in the hallway at the Comedy Store, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm going to do an episode of Breaking Bad next week. How great is that show?" And I felt weird that I wasn't watching it. I go,
Like,
great.
it's
Incredible, huh?
incredible show, Bill. And then you went and watched
You
it.
know, Bill, you don't want to be like, I don't watch that. He'd be like, what are you, a dick? So I went home, I watched them all in a row.
That's what I did.
Yeah, and then next time I saw him, he didn't ask me one question about it. I was like, damn it. But then I was happy, Okay, what do you got coming up, man?
Well, I'm just doing a lot of shows right
you're
now.
on the road,
like
right?
even today, I have to leave here pretty soon because I got to go pack because I'm going on a college tour. Going to Florida State.
Right. That'll be tomorrow.
Yeah,
though, so the show
Wednesday.
will be-
Right. So I'm Florida State, and then I go to Sacramento State.
Right.
And I go to Michigan 3 days in a row. It's like the worst travel schedule ever.
Yeah,
Worst
terrible.
routing for a college tour.
What about some clubs, though, where people can see you out there?
I'm going to be at Captain O'Brien's
Dumb
next
name.
week.
Who calls their place that?
Because
Hey, we're going to open a comedy club.
it's at a.
Funnies? No.
What am I supposed to say to that?
Razzles? No. Giggles?
All right,
no.
so-
How about Captain O'Brien's?
So let me get my schedule out here.
Okay,
I'm going
yeah,
to Captain
please do.
O'Brien's.
Yeah.
Well, you can also see this at ericgriffin.com with a K, ericgriffin.com,
Yep.
my website. But Captain O'Brien's on the week of the 13th. And then I'm going to be at the Tampa Improv the next weekend from the 19th to the 23rd.
Right.
And then I'm going to be at Deja Vu's in Missouri.
Is that a strip club?
It sounds like it, right?
Yeah.
I think they have a strip club there from the 27th.
And this is all in
to the
September.
30th. All in September. And then we start shooting Workaholics again.
Right.
So then I have some other stuff coming up later.
And where can Dean Delray be seen on those shows? One of those.
He will buy a ticket like everyone else.
Oh,
and I don't know. Dean might be, this guy might be on a few of these shows. I don't know. I'm still trying to work it out.
Yeah, whatever.
You know? 'Cause I'm not a big time enough headliner yet where I can go, I want this guy.
Yeah. Now, you do the Comedy Store a lot if people are visiting L.A.?
Yeah, if you
And
check
you do
my
the improv?
website, I always have that. I always have that up to date.
Yeah.
Weekly when I do those weekly shows. But a show that Dean will most likely be on with me will be October 5th at the Hollywood Improv.
Oh, whoa. I'm on that.
I'm headlining that, so I'll try to get you on that show.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Hopefully Dean will be on that. And then I just recently I'm in the midst of talks of cutting a deal to do my first CD.
Oh, that's going to be
with
great.
Side One Dummy.
Oh, side one. Oh, yeah, Joe Sip.
Yeah, with Joe. I'm going to be doing a CD with them.
Comedy CD?
A comedy CD.
Oh, wow. That'll be cool.
Yeah,
Do
so-
people buy comedy CDs or they just buy them on iTunes?
Who knows? But I'm actually going to get some CDs pressed because I'm going to go out on the road.
Yeah,
I'm
and
gonna
they sell on the
there.
road
Yeah,
big
so-
time, yeah.
And I have some ideas. I was talking with Joe today, but Joe's a great guy. It's a great company. They've been around for 17 years.
They're right here, like
They're
a block
down the
from
street.
me,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're right down the street here. So I'm going to look for that coming up soon too. So I got a bunch of stuff going on, and I'm excited. I'm excited about the future.
Yeah, it's
buddy.
a great year for you, man.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, we'll have some great more coming up.
Absolutely. All right, so Workaholics, what night are they on?
Well, I don't know if we're gonna be
they're
on the
gonna
same
move it or
night,
whatever.
but you'll
Right.
see. And they play it all
It's
the
on
time.
Netflix, though.
It's on the first season's on Netflix. I wish they would put the second season on Netflix, but it's a weird. There's no rhyme or reason to it
Right.
why they put something on. It's just their decision. Whoever makes that decision just makes that decision. So but yeah, we're gonna come back, but most likely we will be on late.
Oh, yeah, the Yawning.
Yeah, like 10:30 or something like that. 10 or 10:30.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
because of the content of the show.
Yeah,
So we
absolutely.
usually come on after Tosh or around South Park or something like that.
Those
So
guys smoking weed on the set?
that's what everybody thinks. No,
I know,
they're
huh?
very professional.
Yeah.
They are. Let me tell you, I hate to disappoint you, but they are nothing like their characters.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I'm nothing like Montez, really. Well, a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
Just like an exaggeration of myself. But
How's that one guy doing? He jumped off the roof and smashed his back. Blake?
he's fine.
Yeah.
He's
What was
fine.
that about?
I have no idea, but
Man.
in my mind, I was thinking, "Wow, there
Yeah.
it goes.
There
Up
goes
in
your career.
Yeah, up in flames
From a keg party.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So, that was just hey, they're still young.
Yeah,
Still young
are.
dudes. They're all under 30.
Yeah.
The main guys and the director. So.
You know what would be the ultimate? Would be the Workaholics comedy tour.
Who don't even get me started. But hey, it's their show.
I know. It'd be so great, though.
And I think they're even trying to write a movie, but I think they're going to try to write a movie for them.
Oh, yeah, they got to do that.
Yeah, so and maybe they'll do a Workaholics movie, too, like 911 did. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, it's such a huge fan base,
Yeah, I know. That would be awesome.
I'm glad you came by.
Thank you, sir. I got to go anyway because I got to pack to go on this ridiculous college routing tour. But it's fun. I can come back anytime.
Yeah.
But you guys, everybody, you can hit me up at Erik Griffin on Twitter.
Please hit him up. One of my favorite comedians, great guy,
Appreciate
and
that.
watch his show.
And maybe you'll see us together on October 5th at the Improv.
Yeah, October 5th. That'd be great.
Yeah, I'm working on that, so maybe you'll see Dean. And thanks for having me, bro.
Oh man, thanks for coming by. Can you do some freestyle rapping for us on the way out?
What?
I don't know.
Is that because I'm a little urban? So
No, because you do cool sounds. I like that.
What does that have to do? What's that?
Those sounds you do.
This is a little racist.
No, you do cool sounds at the show. I like it.
No, but that's not even what you said. You said you want to do a freestyle rap, and now you're saying, "Oh, do you want to do cool sounds?" I'm done with you right now.
Oh man! Oh,
you will not see Dean on October. All right, I'm out of here.
All right. Thanks for coming by. That's Erik Griffin. Don't forget to catch him all September. He'll be out on the road, and watch his show Workaholics and look at his sketch Be in a Jar on Funny or Die. Make sure you follow him. Great guy. Thanks for tuning in, and tell everybody about Let There Be Talk on iTunes. Thanks a lot. See you later.